everyone, and welcome to our newest episode of our AI Dungeons & Dragons campaign. This will be episode 4 of our current series. I am Shang Tsung, the Dungeon Master and Game Master of this campaign. It has been over a year since our last episode, but we are happy to say we are back and will be doing these sessions every 2 weeks at most, or every week if we can manage it. Given that it has been such a long time, I wouldn't be too surprised if our players don't remember where we were. But Lobo has been itching to do this campaign, and he will be giving us the recap.
The main man, on time, and with snacks. I'm ready to do the recap, if you are done with your announcements and official stuff, Shang.
Given it has been a year since our last gathering, I will remind our audience of what is to come. This is a homebrew-style campaign, using a mix of 5th and 3.5 editions of Dungeons & Dragons. So, if you are a seasoned player and hear something that doesn't quite sound right, that is deliberate for this homebrew. In addendum, due to my shape-shifting powers, the other NPCs encountered in these sessions will be voiced by me, but I may not sound like myself. Very quickly, I will reintroduce our adventurers. Lobo will be playing Sharn, a half-orc bard. Negan will be playing Aegis, a black-scaled dragonborn ranger. Havik will be playing Harbinger, a tiefling cleric in service to Cyric. And for now, a guest adventurer will be Jester Reaper, a human variant rogue played by the one and only Joker. With everything addressed, we are now prepared for the recap. Lobo.
All right, last time we were here, we encountered a stranger in a foreign realm. He told us about where we would need to go in order to stop this old god or lost deity. We have 4 separate places we'll need to visit in order to stop the worshippers of this old god that could help stop him. How we do that exactly, we are still working out the kinks and details on, but it is to be a wonderful adventure. Also, we encountered 2 religious guys who were giving us the stink eye. We followed them out. Well, actually, Aegis and Havik followed them out, only to watch as Reaper here cut them down for us. Quite the spectacle. Just sucks I wasn't able to see it myself.
Ooh, oh yes. I pulled out my modified short swords and gave them both ear-to-ear grins. It was a beautiful showing of my devilish speed and skill.
Very good. I will fill in a few little details. The group were able to escape Daggerford, leaving to get to Waterdeep, which was one of the 4 locations they needed to be in order to stop these worshippers. I'm hoping that one of you have kept the names of the 3 other locations. But if you didn't, we'll see if the dice are on your side for some in-game memory.
Won't be a problem, Shang, my boy. Being the astute note-taker I am, I have all the locations right here in my old notebook. Easy peasy.
Praise Cyric. Leave it to Negan to once more save our asses as far as information is concerned.
Very good. We shall begin where we left off then. Harbinger and Aegis are next to the inn, known as the Copper Cup. Here, you 2 were following 2 cultists whom you wanted to question or confront. However, before you could, Jester Reaper attacked the 2 and slit their throats. As a reminder, Aegis, you are under the influence of the dragon ale you drank the previous session. Thus, you will be working with some disadvantages to your wisdom, charisma, and dexterity-based checks. Otherwise, you'll roll as normal. You 3 are in the alley, standing over these 2 dead possible cultists. Reaper has his short swords in hand, though they are long and thin, almost like needles. Reaper has only recently introduced himself. Aegis and Harbinger, what are you 2 doing right now?
Well, shit. I'm gonna try and play it as cool as I can. Aegis will look to Reaper here and say, well, what a surprise that a man who dresses in such flamboyant clothes would have an equal flair to killing. Color me impressed. I'm Aegis, and it's a pleasure to meet Chow.
Harbinger will be silent for now, just kind of quietly observing this fellow. Can I do an insight check to make sure he isn't about to just gut us here and now? I mean, we only thought these guys were cultists. If they were just traveling clerics or something from another god, Reaper here might just want to kill me for being a man of the cloth.
Oh, I would never, or would I?
Go ahead and roll for that insight. Let's see if there is something to those suspicions.
The dice are on my side! That's a 25!
Ooh, very good. So what do I need to do here, DM?
Insight is more or less using your instinct to see if there is something amiss about a particular person or creature. A sense of malicious intent, if you will. In this case, he was checking to see if you were seeking something malicious, or maybe just seemed suspicious for them beyond a reasonable doubt. So, if you seek to do them harm in some way, Harbinger will be able to pick up on that malicious intent. Do you mean to do them any harm?
Well, I guess I need to confess, no! I don't mean them any harm at all. Do I notice that Harbinger is giving me this critical eye?
I'll let you do a roll. You'll be using insight of your own to see if you can notice his own insightful look.
That's gonna be a 16 mastery, boy.
All right. Reaper, you would be able to notice that Harbinger is, at most, less than convinced that this display of killing these two priests were in any way beneficial to him or Aegis. How would you like to react or respond to this discovery?
Reaper will look Harbinger over, noticing the look. Then he'll respond, putting his short swords away. Look here, priest boy. I'm not looking to gut you or slice you up like these two. I've been hunting down these folks for a few days now. Stalked them like a panther in the brush, waiting for my moment. I noticed you two were watching them as close as I was, so I took a chance that maybe you'd be in the same boat as me.
Hell of a chance you took, then. All right. So, you were hunting these two for days. I can only assume, then, that you know where they came from?
For clarity, Reaper, you have been hunting down these two for days because you followed them from an old temple.
Ooh, perfect. Reaper will continue. I follow these two from an old temple. I can only assume that it was a base of operations, or maybe just a place these little cult boys have been laying low. Either way, I can show you where it is together. Then all of us get what we want.
So I think Aegis will cut in here. If you know where these kinds of folks have been laying low, then I think it would be to our greatest advantage for us to take your offer. Plus, we gotta let Sharn know what's going on. He's still stuck back in there.
Damn it! You're right. You know what, yeah. Let's take your word for it, Reaper. Let's go get our other friend and catch him up before we figure out what we're doing from there.
Upon seeming to agree, the three of you move back into the inn. Once inside, Sean is still up on the stage, telling his jokes and working on his comedy routine. For you, Sean, I need you to give me 2 checks. First will be a performance, which will be charisma-based for you. We'll go from there after that.
Beautiful. Do I get proficiency, or will that not count here?
Good question. Since you are a bard, and a joke-telling bard no less, I'll allow that. So, charisma plus your proficiency modifier.
Damn, that's not too good. I got a 10 altogether.
Interesting. Now, roll a d20 with disadvantage.
I think this is my lucky number tonight. Or unlucky. I got a 10 again.
Unlucky on other times. This time won't be as bad as you think. Throughout this entire performance, you have been given 10 silver. So, that adds up to exactly 1 gold.
Damn, maybe I'm just having a bad night. This happens with comedians. Next time, I'll kill them on that stage.
Better luck next time, Sean. We all know you'll do better. After this revelation, you all gather back up and, Sean, you are quickly brought up to speed on what had transpired, and now you all need to come up with a plan. To recap very quickly, Reaper knows where the cultists came from, and can show all you to the location. Whether you take that up or not is to be figured out. So, what is the plan?
We know where some cultists are, and we killed, or well, watched 2 of them be killed by Reaper. So, that means the 2 bodies are still outside, right? I think we should get out of here quickly, before any guards or police, or whatever, figure out we had any hand in any of that.
Honestly, that's a brilliant taken idea. Might be the alcohol slowing my brain, but yeah. I didn't think about the guards figuring out we watched those 2 guys bleed out. I second the notion to get the fuck out of here.
A new band on the run. Let's do it. After all, those other cultists aren't going to bleed themselves, are they?
We're all in agreement. So let's get out of here and head toward where Reaper saw this temple. Speaking of, how far is this temple that Reaper saw these cultists leave from?
Reaper would be able to mark on your map where this temple is. Judging the distance, it is roughly 30 miles north of Waterdeep, nearing the Crypt Garden Forest.
Ooh, I like that. Nearing a forest and me being a ranger? Pfft. Gonna be easier than we hoped for.
So we're in agreement. We know where to go. Now all that's left is to get out of here, pronto. I want to give a perception check to see if there is anything alarming going on, or if we are still in the clear.
Calm down, Reaper. We're all excited. Go ahead and roll your perception.
Ooh, I can't help it. All right, luck be a lady tonight. That's going to be a wonderful 18.
Right at about this moment, the side door to the inn comes open quickly. Into the inn runs a group of Watch. The Watch of Waterdeep is essentially the police force of the city. As they come in, one of them begins shouting about finding 2 dead bodies in the alley. Throats slit and bled out like pigs. I would like all of you to give me deception checks, in order to not give anything away that you know anything about this matter.
Damn it! Should have left sooner! Come on, guys, we got this!
Ooh, I'm getting that bad feeling again. Ah, shit! That's a 15, guys!
That's a 13 for me. I'm getting itchy.
That's a 4. I might need to use the bathroom at this rate.
This bad luck is contagious. That's a 12.
All right. The Watch are peering around the inn, looking for anyone who seems to be suspicious. Out of all of you, only Aegis seems to be okay enough to not seem that way. But alas, the rest are nervous as can be. The Watchmen approach you, forming a semicircle that corners your group between them and the wall that connects to the bar counter. As they surround you, the Watchman in the front asks you directly,
"Who killed those 2 men outside? Don't you dare lie to me or I'll know. Answer truthfully and I won't have to arrest all of you."
Whoa, I forgot you could do that. Bravo, Shang, my boy.
Right? It always catches me off guard, too. But back on topic, ain't this the same guard that helped us with our carriage?
Oh, yeah! I remember this guy, too. It's the same one who told us about the stables fee. Could I use my magic to charm him into believing that we have nothing to do with the ones outside?
Of course. Roll to cast your charm on him, and we'll go from there.
Hell yeah! Critical. That's a nat 20 for a 22.
Interesting. Our first critical of this session. Good job, Sean. As a reminder, criticals in this campaign will be considered automatic fails or successes, depending on which it is. However, this is only for outside of combat scenarios. In combat, criticals will still need to be calculated with modifiers, as sometimes the armor class, or AC, can still be higher than the roll achieved. In these cases, things will be circumstantial as to what happens, as to keep the rewards for those rolls at play. So, Sean, the spell worked. How would you like to play out this success?
Hell yeah! Sean will look at the watchman that we recognize, and he'll flash him a big smile. A grin to end all grins. Hey, buddy, why did the watchman take laxatives?
What, I don't know. Why would a watchman take laxatives?
To help pass his time. Sean will laugh out loud and slap his knee with that one.
Ha ha ha! Good one, Sean.
Oh boy, I forgot that Sharn tells jokes as his magic influence.
Haha, how does this watchman respond?
The watchman cracks up. He doubles over as laughter takes him over for a few moments, and he finally is able to relax. The other watchmen around him are looking slightly confused. Their initial hostility now completely laxed as they wait to see what this lead watchman is going to do or say. When he's able to collect himself, the watchman looks at you with a large smile. Sharn, much to match your own.
Come on, bud. We got a schedule to keep. How about you let us head out of here, and you keep searching for your killers, huh? Sharn will say this as he lightly nudges the others toward the closest exit.
Oh, that was a good joke, my friend. You know, I'll let you all off the hook. Be on with you while we conduct our investigation.
As you head out, the other watchmen are trying to figure out exactly what just happened. In that confusion, you four are able to leave and make your way through Waterdeep to reach the northern exit. Whilst you're moving through the city, I want all of you to give me charisma checks.
That's another 18. Luck is turning, guys.
That's a modified 20, gentlemen.
Woo! 15. Passing roll in most cases, right?
Another wonderful 16. We continue to impress, yes?
Oh, DM is rolling. Get out your hard hats.
Passing through Waterdeep, each of you are able to look around at the different wards of the city. Right now, you find yourselves in the Castle Ward. This area of Waterdeep is considered the most important, as it homes many important structures, like the Mages College and the Tower of Blackstaff. Blackstaff is well known to all of you, the de facto leader of Waterdeep, and one of the strongest wizards in all the land. Being the figurehead of Waterdeep, she acts as the city's leader and mayor. She announces the changes and decisions that affect all in Waterdeep. However, you are also aware of theory that Waterdeep isn't ran by Blackstaff at all, but an unknown council that call themselves the Lords of Waterdeep. When you finally reach the northern gate, it has been quite a walk. Several minutes have passed, and you can see out into the horizon that lies before you. Off in the distance, you can see the forest, despite the setting sun, and just before it is a small pinpoint of light.
I'm assuming that little bit of light is our destination, correct, Reaper?
Righto. That's where the temple ruins seep into the forest's edge. We should head there as soon as possible.
The sun is setting, so it's gonna be dark real soon. That's also 30 miles or so, right? Hella good sight we have, I reckon. Should we really head there now? We won't make it before it's too dark, will we?
Can we do a knowledge or survival check to see if we can guesstimate if we can make it before nightfall?
Excellent idea. Go ahead and roll those checks.
Rock on! That's a 19.
Poop, I got a 14. Fail roll.
Modified 20. Looking up.
Not 20, that's a 24!
Amazing rolls. All of you come to more or less the same conclusion, that if you move quickly, you could reach the light just before it reaches nightfall. However, in order to achieve this, you'd need to move at the same speed the whole way, essentially dashing the whole time. Otherwise, there are other options on the table. What do you four wish to do?
I know we are capable. But dashing the whole time doesn't sound like a wonderful idea to me. I reckon we should head toward it. Maybe halfway, then camp out. Stay as out of sight as we can. Then as soon as we are fully awake, head the rest of the way.
I second that notion. Dashing might make us too tired to deal with whatever or whoever might be in those ruins when we arrive. Let's get out of sight, camp and sleep, then book it the next morning.
Party poopers, we are fast, we are smart, we are better than we realize. Come on, let's tackle it tonight. No waiting, no camping, just ridding the world of these cults.
I'm with Reaper. We can take them all out before they know what hit them. Then we can deal with sleeping afterwards. Hell, we can sleep in the ruins. Might be more comfortable if they are using it as some kind of clubhouse.
A stalemate. I can help resolve this if you wish, but I'm more than willing to let you make your cases in debate form.
Actually, go ahead and solve this one for us, Dungeon Master. I say whichever side wins gives their argument, and the other side has to agree no matter what is said. Should make for a laugh.
I like it. How will you solve this one for us?
Another pseudo-lesson for those out there who want to be game masters themselves. Without dragging on too much with everyone debating the subject, ways to solve this is pretty simple, and it involves a simple dice roll. In many cases, you could use a coin as well, or a D2 if you happen to have one. Either way, I'll be personally using a D6. Rolls like this can be similar to calamity rolls, luck rolls, encounter checks, and so on. For this roll in particular, 1 through 3 will be one choice. 4 through 6 will be the other choice. So, if I roll 1 through 3, then you'll attack this night. If otherwise, you'll camp out instead. Here we go. In addendum, you can also roll 2 out of 3 to make things more fair or more suspenseful. The roll was a 3. You'll be attacking this night. Sharn and Reaper, how will you convince your allies this is a good idea?
Easy. Look, fellas, I know you all don't think we can make it, and maybe the dark is really scary. But look at it this way. If we attack at night, we'll have the cover of darkness, and we'll get to be a thing of nightmares for these cult members. Doesn't it sound good to be able to make culties shiver in their little boots?
Huh? Actually, I'm convinced. Fuck it. Let's get 'em tonight. Come on, Harbinger. Chaos attracts chaos, no?
You play right into my heart. Let's do it. Death to the cultists.
The group in agreement. All of you head toward the ruins on the outskirts of the forest. Upon reaching the structure, the point of light you could only barely see at the beginning becomes more than apparent as to what it is when you get close. Torches mark and light up the inside of the ruins entrance, allowing you to proceed inside without hindrance of lacking dark vision. Inside is a series of snaking corridors that finally lead to a massive room that was once used for worship. It would seem that hasn't changed much. At the center of the room is a large shrine, all makeshift and thrown together to form a crude skull with tentacles on its face. For some of you, if not all, it is very similar to a Mind Flayer's head, just slightly altered. The eyes have two large collections of gems and rocks to make the eyes, and they are just as intimidating as you'd imagine. Soulless and unmoving. All around the shrine are various degrees of little camping areas, allowing the cultists to be in close proximity to the crude statue itself. As all of you make your way fully into this room, I need all of you to make perception checks.
Fuck! I got an 8. Damn! The dice turned on me.
Guess all that hate turned into love for me? I got another beautiful 18.
Damn, right there with you, Aegis. I got a 4.
That's a 16 for me. I don't like this.
The shrine itself sounds as if it is producing some kind of ringing or droning. The sound at first is low, but it gets louder and higher pitched as time goes on. The time it needs to get almost deafening is roughly a minute. When it is beyond unbearable, it suddenly stops. And all is quiet. Eerily quiet.
I knew it. I knew I didn't like this. Can we do another perception check?
There's no need. The quiet that surrounds all of you uncomfortably is broken when you hear a voice. The voice itself is booming and sounds as if it's coming from everywhere in the room. Upon looking toward the shrine, all of you notice that the eyes of the shrine are glowing brightly.
Outsiders. Trespassers into one of my many growing sacred domains. For what reason have you decided to enter one of these dwellings, I wonder? Adventure? Treasure? Dumb luck? It matters not really. You have entered into the last place you'll ever see. Unknowingly, walking straight into your tomb, stepping right into your grave. I know you humanoids don't like to pile your bodies together unless it's for some horrific display, but it will serve a similar purpose for you and anyone else who comes along. But first, why is it you seek this place? Why come here? Tell me.
I really don't like this. We should just leave. Sirik would want me to lie and live than anything else in this situation.
I second that, surprisingly. In fact, I'm gonna make my way to the door right now. Toodles!
Are you kidding me? Don't wimp out now, Reaper. Let's face whatever this is. Obviously, it's what the cultists worship.
Facing facts. It is coming from that shrine. Even if we hear it everywhere. Fuck it. Aegis will approach the shrine and speak up. We came here looking for the people who were camping around this statue shrine thing. We got a problem with them, and we aim to solve it.
Oh, how heroic of you. But I can see into your hearts, your minds, your souls. None of you here are some kind of heroes Far from it, I'd wager. Yet you are here to kill off those who are allowing me to peek into your little domain, even if it is limited. I find that fascinating. Why would a group of misfits care about some abomination of a world, other than what? The fact you live in it. I'm actually willing to let you prove yourselves. See if you can do just that. My followers, those who whisper into the ear of this statue, are making their way back now. Their usefulness is done, and when they arrive, you can kill them, or let them kill you. I'll be entertained either way. Show me. Show me the chaos in your hearts, and let's see if you are worthy of survival.
In that moment, you each hear the sounds of more life coming through the tunnel from which you just came. More torchlight accompanies them, and there appears to be no escape from this whole ordeal. As these facts are settling in, I'm going to stop the session there. I hope this was entertaining and fun for you all. I certainly enjoy where this will be going, and as a bonus, all of our players will level up to level 4 before we return.
Damn, I loved that. All right, leveling up and hitting this again next week, right? I'll bring pizza.
I'll bring the soda. I need to work on my jokes too. I can't wait for the next session. Master Man.
Master Man. Ugh. Okay. Thanks for the session, Shang. I'll make sure to have myself ready for next session. Since Negan is getting pizza and Lobo is bringing soda, I'll bring some wings. Everyone okay with barbecue?
Barbecue is perfect. Thank you all for allowing me to join you on this wonderful roller coaster. Say, when we got the next culties, can I take some of their faces? Would anyone stop me? Ha ha ha!
Jeez. Okay. With that, thank all of you for watching. We love and cherish each and every one of you. As always, do that YouTube thing and...
I'm sorry, did I interrupt? Let's do this properly, Thank each and every one of you for watching this session and the return to our AID&D campaign. We love and cherish and adore each and every one of you who come by and watch us, listen to us, and most of all, enjoy our time with you. Do that YouTube thing and check the links below if you wish to donate or follow along with us on our journey from beginning to end. Any and all donations you can provide to us will go to the channel and will help us improve and grow for the future. We hope that this video has found you well and in good spirits. Thank you once again. And like the big guy always says, until next time.